it's going to be after we've hit the bottom and there's an uptrend. That's what I saw happen with Hex. That's what makes the most sense with the chart, because if it launches before the bottom, now you painted a bad chart. And we know Richard Hart likes charts and he likes being right.
Bragging.
And he bragging rights, all that stuff. So with that basic reasoning, I think it would be after it bottoms and there's a slight uptrend. Also, if Pulse is designed to be cheaper, faster, higher throughput than Ethereum, for the most part, those are the main talking points. Well, if the price of ETH is down, the fees are going to be cheap enough anyway, that most people can reasonably afford it. So if you launch for that reason and people don't really care about the lower fees, then it doesn't have the same pull. Now, I think you should still launch before everything starts to pump anyway, because you want to be able to get whoever comes into the community, make them somewhat of a maximalist. That's okay. And then when things do start to pump and ETH is pumping, then you can be like, hey, well, we already have a system. Hey, let me talk to you about it. Let me explain to you about it. You need that community. So I think that is what I think about when it lines up with. So what are your thoughts on that?
Excellent job. No, I think, is there a better selling point for it than what if you could buy ETH on day one? Like, I don't know how better to sell it. You said,
or DCA over the first year. Let's say that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, day one, metaphorically, being early on ETH, of course, but technically, of course, we know how these things work. They up and down. There's always a big dump. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But I don't know how people aren't interested in it. Can they just not get over the fact that? Is it because it's a Richard Hart project? Is it because they are already into other coins? Like, if you hear about PulseChain, you read the website, you see the faster version of Ethereum, new project coming out, get copy every coins, new shiny ecosystem to keep people within the Richard Hart products and community and all this stuff. And so all the other ones benefit, all the rising tide lifts all those type of thing. How do you not do it? Do you just, maybe either you don't like Richard, or you already heavily invested in other projects, you don't have dry powder, or you're just over leveraged and broke right now. Is there any other reason why you wouldn't get into PulseChain?
That or just inexperience, right? Because if people haven't tried testnet, if people haven't had experience with DeFi, if you're not at least somewhat familiar with how Hex works and that you need to use Uniswap or like a decentralized aggregator for the most part to get Hex, then these things seem like I'm just confused. I don't know how do I get Pulse? I think that might be one thing, but I think there is a lot more interest than I think we've forgotten how much interest there is, because there's a lot of people of the mainstream influencers in crypto that sacrificed. And so whenever it does launch, whenever things do start to run, I think those people are going to come over and they're going to talk about it. And so until then, I think we're just in a holding period. The prices are down, people are out, it's exactly what you said. But they will come around, I believe.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain, and I'm trying to separate my bias and use my thinking and use my objective side. But I think I can't think of a reason why. Like, why? Like, if you want to, maybe it's the technology, maybe that's another one.
It might be gate kept. It might be gate kept too, because
is it literally just people don't know about it? I like that. I like that side. It's just people just don't know about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,